The security and strength of a unified will. And you've lost that. The strobe is small now. Alone. One voice. One mind. Silence is unacceptable. We need the others. I can't give you back to the Borg, but you're not alone. You're part of a community now. A human collective. We may be individuals, but we live and work together. You can have some of the unity you require right here on Voyager. Insufficient. It'll have to do. The fact is, this community needs you. The Borg modifications you made to our vessel are disrupting our warp drive. We need your help to remove them.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 05.
You must comply.
All right. I think I've got all the Borg garbage out of the plasma intake manifold. Let's try reinitializing the antimatter reaction.
Antimatter reaction at 22 Cochranes and rising.
Damn, what happened?
Intake manifolds 11 and 13 are still blocked.
This is like pulling weeds. You think you've got them all out, and then
You have neglected to remove the autonomous regeneration sequences.
Lieutenant Doris, Ensign Kim, you remember 7 of 9.
How could we forget?
We can't
Procedure
afford to delay
completed.
repairs
Ship
anymore.
secured.
So I've asked her to help us
Greetings,
with all
Commander.
modifications. She only has a few hours before she returns to sickbay. I suggest you put it to good use.
you constructed plasma relays. They're in Jeffrey's Tube 13.
Jeffrey's Tube 13 Alpha, Section 12. We fully recall the engineering specifications of your vessel.
Good. Can you also recall the way it looked before you turned it into a Borg circus?
Yes. Ah, now that the pleasantries are over, why don't you get to work? I want updates every hour.
Yes, Captain.
The flame of the lamp is fire disciplined, tamed, and under control. It is the appropriate focus for the task ahead of us.
How do we begin?
I will attempt to guide you in manipulating the flame at the subatomic level. Concentrate on the flame. Try to see past the surface, past the light, to the patterns of energy and matter.
I can see the essence of the fire.
Good. Now reach out with your mind and intensify the flame.
I'm making it hotter, brighter.
Now, with your thoughts, reduce the flame. Excellent. You've never demonstrated this level of control before.
It's as though I knew what had to be done.
What's wrong?
Something's happening. I can see further beyond the subatomic.
Kess, there is nothing beyond the subatomic.
But I can see it too, Rock. It's a new level of reality. It's beautiful.
Perhaps we should stop for now.
Wait a few seconds. I want to try to control it. Don't worry, Tuvok.
What about these linkages? Every time I pull one out, another one comes back in its place.
Autonomous regeneration sequencers. They function to counteract resistance.
Amazing. How did you come up with the pattern duplication design?
We came up with nothing. The Borg assimilated this technology in Galactic Cluster 3 from species 259.
I'm not interested in a history lesson. How do we disable it?
We must disconnect each sequencer conduit at the insertion juncture.
Why don't you two work on the Jeffries tube? Start with the plasma relays.
I'll start here.